What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be looking at the Season 5 Reloaded patch notes and the loadouts. So first we're going to look at the patch notes. So we got the AN94. This is going to be the clear meta option, best AR. It already had insane TTK. Activision or Raven, who is behind this thing? Probably Raven Software decided to bump up the damage by 3 and they buffed the range as well. They also increased the mid damage range, which is insane, and the minimal damage range. And this is going to be a clear meta option. We can also see reticle shake while firing reduced. So that means you get less shake, which the AN94 did have a lot, even though all you have to do is aim down. This will help a lot of the head glitches. Up next we got the EGRT, and this gun was already decent. I mean, it's not top 5 or top 4. Bullet velocity, no, it actually decreased the bullet velocity surprisingly. Recoil increased. Okay, this is nerfed this gun actually, didn't it buff it? We got the M35, and this gun surprisingly got a buff. I'm surprised this gun got a buff because it's already good. They already buffed it from 32 damage to 35. Now they just buffed the range with this patch note. There's a huge nerf for the MXR. Finally, we get this gun nerfed. It's probably shit right now. 34 damaged from 38, the minimal damage range. 38 damaged all the way down to 34. They nerfed the range. Yeah, this gun was broken. Recoil increased by 10%. I'm guessing that's for all ARs. NPC, that got a nice buff, nice damage buff. Now this might be meta, or the Ryden might be meta. However, the VST is probably going to be the best option, but the Ryden was a really nice weapon to use. However, the NPC makes its way up, probably top 3 at least. Stormwolf, horizontal recoil reduced. The gun didn't really have a lot of recoil to begin with. I think it would have been better to increase the fire rate a little bit, maybe by 3%. But other than that, Stormwolf is an okay weapon. And these guns nobody really cares about, because we're mainly talking about ranked over here. That's about it. Okay guys, so we are back. So we got the Ryden 45 now. Would I say this is the best SMG? Probably not. However, it's still a really good SMG to use. So this is the loadout here. We got the prestige attachment stock, which is pretty good. Okay, so now for the underbarrel, we have the flow guards foregrip, and this increases your movement speed and sprinting movement speed. Now this gun does look weird, I'm not gonna lie. However, it does beam. No recoil. Has pretty decent TTK. In terms of movement, it's not bad. Better than a Rev. Now some people, even for mouse and keyboard, the iron sight can be buns. However, the iron sight on this gun is actually not that bad. I don't know why people don't like the iron sights for this gun. I like it. You can see the guys clearly. Here's okay. You can replace the underbarrel for an optic. So now I got 2 versions of this gun. I got the Hipfire version, and this Hipfire version is amazing. So as you guys can see, Hipfire, absolute goated, and you can ADS. Now the accuracy or the Hipfire spread is almost like the Kogat. However, I think it's like 5% more, but it still is really good. Iron sights is better as well. So for mouse and keyboard, I recommend the Hipfire. Up next, we got the AN94, and this gun is now a beast. Remember the last video I did about the loadout, how it was wobbly, but now, yeah bro, I mean I didn't get the guy, but tell me a gun is broken without telling me. Look at this shit. This is absolutely insane. Activision, bro, you guys are disgusting. What the hell? A94 is absolutely goated now. I'm not gonna lie, all weapons should be like this though, in terms of the recoil. Very easy. Guns that have less damage. However, this gun has insane damage as they buff the damage as well on the A94. I don't know if I showed the loadout, I don't think I did, but here's the loadout right here. And here's the loadout for the Hipfire build. So up next we got the MK35, and this gun hasn't changed at all. Still the same, amazing weapon. As you guys can see, amazing weapon. There is a little bit of like a kick to it. However, the continuous recoil. If you can just control the initial recoil, you'll be fine. A94 is better though, but look, if you just control that initial recoil, it looks like I have no recoil. Amazing weapon to use. Up next, we got the VST. So now I've got two builds for the VST. I got the Hipfire build, which is right here. And I also got a normal build. So here's the Hipfire build. Really good. Almost like the Kogot. And it has amazing iron sights, recoil. It's really nice to use. All around, very good weapon to use. And now we got the normal VST build. Now for the barrel, if it's a bit too slow for you, you can have this short barrel. But if you have this barrel, you can basically turn this almost into an AR. And the iron sights are a bit more clean. See, that shit has no recoil right there. Look at that, amazing. Up next, we got the DS20 Mirage, and this is the build right here. However, I do like rocking the 2x, but the Fang is also fine, perfectly fine. Now you could add a monolithic, which I used to run, but I think the VAS 556 suppressor is probably a little bit better for mouse and keyboard players. Here we got the DS20 Mirage, and now this gun has a really good TTK. However, it does go top left, so you do have to go aim down and a little bit right. It is a little bit wobbly, however you can make it work. You can make this gun work if you just put some time into it. I made it work. You could add the Fang hollow point, or whatever it's called, the Fang optic, and that will make it have less visual recoil. But the 2x is a personal favourite of mine. Up next, we got the NPC. So I haven't tested this gun out yet. I did make this loadout right here because this was the OG loadout I used in season 1. However, we didn't have the LTI, so I just slapped that on. And we'll see how this gun performs. Okay. This gun is actually not a pea shooter. Let's see the TTK. 0.592. You know what? I might actually go back to his weapon because it has insane movement speeds. And the iron sight is really clean, has like no recoil. Honestly, not a bad weapon here. I like it. I like this gun. Better than the VST? Maybe, but I mean, if I get bored of the VST, I'll definitely be using this weapon. Or the Ryden, Hipfire Ryden. Up next, we got the FG32. And this is the same loadout I used before. As you know, I have the mid-range damage because this has crazy damage range. However, you can put the control barrel right here. I did put this one for better horizontal recoil kick. However, it does nerf the damage range, so I won't be using it. I'll just be using the VAS because the other barrel increases damage range by a lot. But this gun has insane TTK, a bit of horizontal recoil, but if you try control that, you'll be perfectly fine. As you guys can see, there's a lot of horizontal recoil on this gun. Up next, we got the Rev. Same loadout as last time. It has alright movement speeds. And the recoil is alright. It's just from the longer ranges, you do tend to struggle a little bit, just like that, you see. Just like that. However, it has really good TTKs. And you can flip it, so you can basically turn it into like a hybrid AR. Just like that. If you want, you can put the extended mag 1 for better movement speeds, as it doesn't really harm it. The drum mag harms movement a lot. And up next, we got the AK. Now this was meta 2 seasons ago, but it did get like a really bad nerf, but it's still really good. Build hasn't really changed. Yeah, that got a lot of nerf, but the continuous recoil is really easy to control. It's just that initial recoil, then it's good. As you guys can see, it has no recoil. Let me just prove it even more. So initial recoil is hard, but the continuous recoil, light work, absolutely light work. Has decent TTK as well. And up next, we got the Dravec. This gun is super underrated. I love it myself. Personally, I love this gun. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why this gun is not top 5. Because this gun absolutely slaps. I think this gun is at least top 5, in my opinion. It has really good damage range, really good TTK, really good mobility, really good damage per mag, very clean iron sights as well. And that's about it for the loadouts. AN94, Ryden, NPC, Dravec and the VST are probably the best weapons that you should be using as of Season 5 Reloaded. I hope you guys do enjoy the video, leave a like and subscribe.